Here's White with a little bit of space. I'm sure he was shaping to shoot, just tried to convince his direct opponent of that fact. Driver just heads the ball forward. Nice ball from Martin, who's been a real good acquisition for Knights this season. Really solid at the back for 21-year-old, one of two players in this squad who won the NYL, as Pasquale De Vita gets cut down by Matt Mundy, and Matt Mundy's shown a very early yellow card. I think that might be his 7th of the season, I could be wrong. He certainly racks up a few, and Pasquale De Vita felt the full force of that challenge. Interesting stat about Pasquale De Vita, he's only missed 4 of Gold Coast Knights' 18 league games, and he hasn't played in any of the 3 defeats that they've suffered. 28-year-old Italian from Naples. Awkward angle for the free kick. There's 3 men in the wall, I think. The referee, Zach Keenan, lets things go, and that's not far away at all. Very decent effort from just outside the penalty area. A couple of shimmying steps. Rocky Hunter was certainly keen to dive. Back live now with Dan Driver in possession. He passes up to Saros. Saros will switch play nicely to Deus, but Deus gets dispossessed by Max King, a mid-season acquisition. Robbed him back though, and King gives away a free kick. I'll continue what I was saying. Mid-season acquisition from Rabina locally. Actually made his debut in the 1-1 draw against Lions here a few weeks ago. Deus. Tackled by Philippe Lassam. And again, it's quite common to see him in red, almost comforting in fact. And it's not the red of Olympic for Olympic fans. Ball's played forward, headed away, and will fall for Lassam. He lays it off to King. King leaves it alone for De Vita, and De Vita, well, he's dispossessed by his opposite number, Dan Leck. Knights still have possession though, as Lassen finds Martin. We'll get it back. Anthony Poliak just saying to keep things calm, keep things simple. That wasn't the case with that pass from Martin, a rare wayward ball. Can Olympic capitalise? Here's Saros, linking up nicely with Leck. Leck never got that ball under his control properly, but still managed to find Brady, who has a habit of scoring in this fixture no matter which colour shirt he's wearing. Driver heads it back into the danger zone, but now De Vita gets it out to King. King dispossessed though, ball stayed in, and so Deus is going to find a little bit of space, but he has his pocket picked so superbly by Jean-Philippe Lassam. He is just a master at that. Nipping in, disrupting. He's one of the best in the NPL, in my opinion. It earned him a position in Team of the Year last year. Was one of Ben Khan's first signings at Olympic. On to play 102 times before returning to Surfers Paradise. He never actually moved up to Brisbane. He was always living and commuting from the Gold Coast, so it was a hell of an effort to play 4 years on Brisbane's south side, and you're having to commute 4 times a week for training and matches. Ball's played forward, trying to invite Okada to race onto it. He was there to put pressure on, but that's all he was able to do. It would be a Knights throw in that corner, believe it or not. It's a nice touch. Almost fell for Steve White though. Driver. 24-year-old trying to eke out an option, but Pasquale De Vita was just buzzing around him and making a nuisance of himself, so he laid it off to Mundy. That was all he could do, really. Deus, well, he has his pocket picked once again by Max King. That's an interesting battle already, one that we'll be relishing and enjoying over the course of the next 83 minutes of this game remaining. Here's an opportunity for Max Brown, who goes down, and then there was a late challenge. Play's going to continue though, because Takeru Okada is racing towards the edge of the penalty area. Okada is thwarted in his forward progress by Janiel. Dan Leck did just ask Zach Keenan for his opinion on that latest challenge that we only just caught on camera, unfortunately, so I can't tell you much more about it. Beautiful conditions. Zach Keenan has spotted a little bit of pushing and shoving, so the whistle went before the ball came in. He's actually had a word with Josh Langdon there. Zach Keenan, one of the top referees in the state. Need the top officials in these big games, and this is a big game, make no mistake about it. Here's White. He'll put one back into the mixer, but it was not quite what he intended, I don't think. Knights currently unbeaten in their last 9 games. Their last defeat actually came at the hands of Olympic on the 4th of June. In stark contrast to the form of Olympic, who have only won 1 of their last 5. There's a draw against Capella Bar mixed in amongst that as well, but 3 defeats to Wanderers, Peninsula Power and Lions. The ball has gone out. Costasaros wanted to play on. It actually went out off a Knights player, so taken by Olympic, and it was Nichols who got things moving quickly, but Knights have cleared. Pasquale De Vita took on Steve White, and Steve White won. And he wins a free kick as well, and Pasquale De Vita gets the hands on those hips for double teapot. White to Deus, who's in a bit of space. Ball bobbled just in front of him, so he couldn't quite get it under his control. Pitch is looking worn, and of course there's no criticism being aimed at the groundskeepers here as ball is hacked away by Knights. Good pressure from Olympic. That was cool and calm from De Vita. Lovely ball forward from Lassam. Hunter had to be alert and got rid up over halfway. Yeah, there'll be no criticism from me for any groundskeeper this season with the awful rain that we had at the start of the year, the flooding and the amount of traffic that these fields have just had to accommodate despite the lack of preparation time. It is a factor in this match. Carter trying to find Saros over the top. Nichols nipping in there. Nichols tried to release Okada. The free kick has been given. Dunlech just rubbing his eyes in disbelief perhaps. It was a lovely link-up play. Mitch Nichols, well, he's no stranger to these parts. White dinks it over the top towards Okada, and White's radar just not quite calibrated yet. Another wayward pass, and that's a disappointment for Olympic because they were enjoying a fair spell of possession there. King did well just to stick a boot in. De Vita goes to ground and a free kick is given. CV flags over on the far side between the two benches. They are blowing from left to right, so in favour of Knights at the moment. So Olympic have an opportunity, and here's Saros being played in. Support is arriving in the form of Nichols and in the form of Shannon Brady, but the Knights' defence was back, and King loses out though to Shelford Deus, and then Deus brings King down. A little bit of frustration there. Awful lot of familiarity between these two teams in terms of personnel. We've mentioned Jean-Philippe Lassagne, we will mention Mitch Nichols plenty, I'm sure. King Cuba is on the bench. He played for both Gold Coast teams and is now wearing the blue today of Olympic. Janiel, that was a little bit sloppy. Will be a Knights ball. Janiel almost playing his goalkeeper Josh Langdon into a fair bit of trouble there. The wind appears to have changed round, now favours Olympic, so not consistently favouring one team or the other as Muratovic goes down. 22-year-old who, like Tyson Martin, won the Y League with the Brisbane Roar in 2018-19. He went on to play a handful of games in the A-League for the Roar and Wellington Phoenix. De Vita just tries to poke that one over the top, bit of a moon ball for Max Brown. Nichols is there to mop up. Okada, that's the way he's facing, and uses White. White has to go back to Okada. Okada just showed a little bit of space on the outside, or was showing a bit of space on the outside. Brown effective to tackle, it'll be an Olympic throw. Just a little bit sloppy from White. It's a sloppy pass as well, and Knights will want to capitalise here with Lassen. King showed a little bit too much of that to Brady, and then Deus, but still managed to come out on top. Lassen takes a touch away from Saros, does really well in fact. It's a good ball into Brown, but he's dispossessed. An opportunity perhaps for Olympic to come forward again. Saros linking up with Nichols. Nichols mopping up a rather loose pass back. And then coming back as well was Janiel. Ludwig with the long ball forward. Flag's gone up against Anthony Polyak. He knew it was going to go up as well. Polyak, who started the season at Peninsula Power, former Green Gully and Eastern Suburbs man. Has 5 goals in as many games for Knights. 2 against Wanderers, 2 against Logan, and 1 against Lions. Goal against Lions coming on his debut. Kumineo. This ball again. Vita using Brown. Lassen. Hardwick to Muratovic. Scott McDonald just encouraging his charges. First year coach, of course. 38-year-old who's 39 in just 7 days' time. 26-time Socceroo. Over a decade overseas with Celtic, Middlesbrough, Motherwell amongst others. It's good work from Tyson Martin, and that's really good work from Lassen, but just ran out of space over on that far side. Remember a Australia Cup tie. Australia Cup, of course, being quite a prevalent topic today, considering what Peninsula Power are up to at the moment. We'll bring you an update from that match as and when we get it. Remember an FA Cup match, as it was called then. Brady just goes to the byline, puts a teasing cross in. It's fallen for Okada. Okada can't quite turn it goalwards with enough accuracy to challenge Josh Langdon. Lovely work from Shannon Brady. He's so quick and he loves playing against his old team. We've seen that on a couple of occasions. Couldn't wrap the foot around it enough. Takeru Okada. Back live now. Knights playing on quickly. Peninsula Power in action, of course, in the competition now known as the Australia Cup. Halfway through the first half there, and Power are holding Green Gully scoreless as things stand in the earlier match. Sydney United and Western United. We're in action. Bring you a result from that when I get it. Lots of other matches taking place in the National Premier League's Queensland as well. You can watch them all on FQTV. If this particular matchup doesn't strike your fancy, although there's no reason why it wouldn't. Two of the top teams in the competition this year. Sunshine Coast Wanderers, Gold Coast United. Lions against Moreton Bay United, Brisbane City against Capalaba, and Eastern Suburbs against Brisbane Royal Youth. All goalless at the moment. Carter plays a 1-2 inadvertently off Jaden Walker, who I don't think particularly wanted to be a part of that moment. Olympic keeping possession nicely. No real options for Lex, so he does really well to spin the ball wide to Deus. Deus will have another go. It was a good challenge from Max King. Lex picks up the ball over on the right now. White. Deus. Touch takes him into space. He's being harried and harassed though, and Tyson Martin just never let him go. Throw-in taken quickly. Leck and Deus just playing amongst themselves. Now Nichols. That's a really good ball for Brady, but he was just crowded out of it. 20 minutes gone, still goalless on the Gold Coast. Gold Coast Knights against Olympic. The race for second, well and truly on. Knights are in the box seat. A defeat though here will give Olympic confidence and hope that they'll be able to hold on as Knights play their catch-up matches. Here's an opportunity to put the ball into the box. Deus did well just to get his boot onto that ball and stop it from being played in where King wanted it to be played. And now Okada has the ball on Olympic's left. It's near touchline. Nichols. White, that's a much better ball towards Okada. Okada's going to get there too. Okada, acute angle, it could have gone anywhere. It's going to be a goal kick. Saros was on hand. Ball never actually fell to him comfortably. It was Austin Ludwig who was there, I think. Chasing back was Janiel. He was loath to get a touch, and it was Ludwig who got the touch. He played it off Costa Psaros. Good football all round. It's a lovely ball from White. He has got a couple wrong earlier on in this half, but he was spot on that occasion. Muratovic. He'll turn. He turns into trouble. Dan Driver clearing lines for Olympic. Ball forward by Janiel to Brown. Brown goes down. Nichols picks up the ball, and Brady linking up with Brady. Nichols with a long-range effort. It was a very long-range effort, just trying to catch Langdon off guard. Receive a 1-2 here. A little slip from Brady, who then got caught. Langdon wasn't going to get caught from there. Back live now, an opportunity for Steve White to stretch his legs. Now Okada, first time cross is over everyone's head. And we have our first goal of Super Sunday. Lions, the Premiers, taking the lead against Moreton Bay United. Will we have a goal here too? Muratovic trying to get round. No, apologies, it wasn't Muratovic, it was Anthony Polyak. Will be a goal kick though. Good defence from Shelford Dias. Wasn't Shelford Dias at all, in fact, it was Dan Driver. Andy goes long. Saros felt contact from behind from skipper Austin Ludwig and just hinged at the hips, but nothing doing, says referee Keenan. And either side really grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck at the moment, I think it's fair to say, as we pass the first quarter of the contest. Lovely ball wide to Nichols, who is popping up everywhere. If anyone can grab the game by the scruff of the neck, it is he. Carter goes back inside, but again, it's a sloppy pass and a turnover. Lots of turnovers so far in this match. Ball inside to Pasquale De Vita. De Vita twisting and turning. De Vita, it's a good save from Lockie Hunter. It's the best chance of the game so far. It's gone the way of the hosts. And Lockie Hunter, recall to the starting lineup today, was equal to it. Here is Pasquale De Vita twisting and turning. Such a good save. It's a save you'd expect your keeper to make, but it was hit hard. And Hunter had to dive full stretch away to his left. De Vita hasn't scored in his last 7 matches. Only has 4 for the season. The Knights haven't scored a huge number of goals this year, 38, which amongst all of the top 4 is the lowest. Gold Coast United have actually scored fewer, so goals hard to come by on the coast. Olympic, by contrast, have 52, which is far behind the 71 that Lions now have, having scored just a few moments ago. Pasquale De Vita just tries to get past a stationary figure of Dan Leck. It was Mundy who came in to win the ball back. White is dispossessed now though, and the ball's played over the top to Max Brown, who has a bit of space on this near side. James Kumineo up against him. Brown twisting, gets the ball into the middle. Oh, it's taken away, but not too far as King! Flashes wide. Wasn't overly convincing defending there from Olympic. Be it from the cross, which wasn't the best that Max Brown's ever played in his life, and yeah, a fair amount of time for Max King to choose his option. The option he chose wasn't able to execute. Another opportunity here though for Gold Coast Knights. Tyson Martin over on that far side. Martin goes down. Told to get up by the officiating team. Nichols. Nothing ahead of him, except for the run of Shannon Brady, and there are two arriving for Olympic in the middle. Oh, one of them was Dan Leck at the near post, and Brady just couldn't quite find him. It was a good defensive header away. And now an opportunity perhaps for Muratovic. Well covered by Mundy. Hunter had to hurry. He gets the ball out really nicely to Mitch Nichols. Goes inside to Saros, and now White. Opening up a little bit the match now. Kumineo in support. Gero Okada, 27-year-old Japanese star of both the NPL Victoria and New South Wales. Plays allowed to continue. Okada just out-muscling Jaden Walker. Can't out-muscle Janiel De Silva though. It will be a goal kick. He's just a little bit wayward at the moment. And a penalty shootout in the Australia Cup, by the way, between Sydney United and Western United. We'll bring you the results of that in due course. As Pasquale De Vita goes down and Steve White comes away with possession. Saros leaves it for Nichols. Nichols on the edge of the penalty area now. Support arriving from Deus. Deus linking up with Leck. Lenk now linking up with Brady. Brady has to go back to Leck. There's no real easy passes on, so he has to go back to Matt Mundy. Good swarming defence from Gold Coast Knights. One of the best defensive sides in the competition. Brady now. Here's an opportunity for Nichols. Now Okada. Okada shaping to shoot. It's spectacular, and it's off the crossbar. Oh, it was excellent, patient play from Olympic. Nichols just got it caught under his feet. Okada's shot, oh, it deserved a goal, really. Nichols just gives Takeru Okada a tap on the head to say, yeah, not bad, mate. Oh, remember, pressure really coming on Josh Langdon. But will Knights be able to do something up the other end? Oh yeah, can't quite get the ball under his control though, and so Olympic will come again. Okada, lovely footwork from the Japanese star. James Kumineo puts the ball in, and there was no shout from Austin Ludwig, or perhaps there was, because the hand of apology went up towards Josh Langdon. It will be a corner kick for Olympic. As we just tick over the half-hour mark here at the Croatian Sports Centre in Carrara. Dan Driver's delivery from the set piece was fantastic last week against Lions. Goes along the ground this time to White on the edge of the penalty area. It's headed away, only as far as Mundy, who plays it back in, and that's an excellent goal, and it's Mitch Nichols against his former club. It had to be, didn't it? No real overt celebration from Mitch Nichols. It's an excellent header. See Tyson Martin pretty upset with how that played out, but it was a lovely ball in, And Mitch Nichols, well, he scores his first goals in his last 6 matches. It's his 3rd of the season for Olympic. And it is Olympic, who have had their struggles away from home this season, who take the lead in this match. Mitch Nichols, the former Gold Coast Knight, coming back to haunt his team. Both sides have had chances. We shouldn't forget that. Really good save early on from Lockie Hunter, and then Takero Okada hit the crossbar. How will Knights respond? Polyak. Squalo De Vita. Masson. Too much on it for Tyson Martin. Long range effort. Oh, that's absolutely spectacular! What a goal from Janiel Da Silva! Well, he was given time, he was given space and thought, well, why not? Oh, how about it? Olympic weren't ahead for long. Gold Coast Knights pulling back level in the most spectacular of fashion. Janiel Da Silva with his 2nd goal of the season. And that's certainly one for the highlight reel. It's Knights 1, Olympic 1. Well, when Janiel Da Silva picked up the ball 35 metres from goal, Olympic probably thought that it was well within their rights to leave him alone. I don't think anyone expected that. Absolutely spectacular from the Brazilian. And all of a sudden this game has really burst into life. How will Olympic respond now? Being pegged back. Nichols. Neck has a bit of space. Saros takes a touch. It's still there for Saros. Puts the ball deep. It's still alive by Brady. Taken away. And it'll be a 50-50 ball, and Shelford Deus won that 50-50 challenge. Out for a goal kick. Nichols just explaining to Costa Saros what he wants of him. Saros promoted to the starting 11 this afternoon. Came off the bench last week against Lions. Flicked on by Brown. Opportunity perhaps for Polyak. Polyak turns, and that's a really timely intervention right on the edge of the penalty area, just as Anthony Polyak started to pull the trigger. Danger has still not passed though for Olympic. Here's Polyak again. He'll cross this time. Oh, it's a good cross, headed away by Mundy. There's Knights arriving by the dozen, it seems. It's King. Oh, it's a brilliant save once again from Lockie Hunter. Well, he might have been surprised to be beaten by Janiel a few moments ago, but that's the second brilliant stop from the Olympic keeper. sat up nicely for King. And spectacular at his near post from Lachlan Hunter. It'll be Poliak who takes this corner eventually. Short as DeVita, it was a decoy. Try and create space up the near post. DeVita, though, has gone down with a theatrical scream. Nothing doing, says referee Keenan. DeVita is back up now. Good header, Brown. Can't bring it under his control, and it was just enough by Dan Driver to throw his body at that one. It'll be a goal kick. Look at it again. There's a neat header to Brown. Yeah, very good on the stretch from Dan Driver. One of the competition's best defenders, 24-year-old. Nichols ghosting in there to take possession from a pair of his former teammates. He's dispossessed by a former teammate of his, Jean-Philippe Lassagne. Saros did just catch, I think, Tyson Martin over on that far side a little bit late. A free kick to Knights. Ran out of space, but wins the throw in. Brisbane City have taken the lead against Capalaba. One of the 4 other NPL Queensland matches taking place this evening. Still leading Bay United by a goal to nil. Scoreless in the other games between Wanderers and Gold Coast United and Eastern Suburbs Brisbane Raw Youth. Of course, 1-1 here at Carrara. Janiel, who scored the more spectacular of the 2 goals. That'll be a throw-in. King did well to just something on that ball. Puts around by Leck. Awesome. Left by Deus, who wants to get things moving quickly. Free kick. And Leck being impeded there. Just explaining to Dan Leck that the free kick was given for a foul that occurred about 5 metres back from where he wanted to take and restart play. Here's Kumineo. Goes long, doesn't quite get his angles right, and Mitch Nichols is a little bit frustrated with that. This would be the right idea, just the execution wrong, because there were 2 options, both for Carter and Nichols. Ball down to White. Nichols over the top. And backtrack into his area. Gets things moving quickly once more. Ball's given away there. An opportunity for Olympic through Deus. Deus goes inside to Nichols, is a little bit too far ahead of him. Walker did well. Still there for Olympic with Deus. Now Brady. Brady's cross dealt with at the near post, hammered away by Martin, and Martin's going to be able to have another go as well as it came back towards him. Lassam is poking the ball over the top. Hunter is way out of his area, but perfectly safe and secure in doing so. Mundy gets the ball forward to Leck. Now Nichols. Now Kumineo in a bit of space on this near side. Carter wanted Kumineo to continue to his run, I think, or at least someone to go into that space in the forward left pocket. Nobody did, so he goes back to Kumineo, who did retreat. Nichols now linking up nicely with Saros, but Saros gets his angles wrong and can't link up with either White or Okada. Long ball from Knight. Doesn't quite fall for Max Brown. The header from Polyak, not a bad one though. Nichols again. Back to Driver. Nichols says forwards, please. So Driver goes to Deus. Over on that far side of the field. Brady has to skip past one challenge. And it's back to Deus. And now Mundy. Driver. Allowed to turn. Cardo. More central this time. Left outside him. Kumineo is in front. Nichols will cut inside. Kumineo threats out wide. Here's Steve White on the edge of a penalty area. White! Oh, how about that for a save? We're being treated to an exhibition from the two goalkeepers at the moment. Josh Langdon saving superbly from Olympic skipper Steve White. Have a look at this. It moved and it was struck with some serious pace. And Josh Langdon stuck out a big right hand to send that one behind for a corner kick. Oh, it's flicked on, is it? It's allowed to bounce a couple of times. It was Walker who got it away in the end. And Pasquale De Vita cute over the top towards Mirza Muratovic. Muratovic twisting and turning. There's space over on that far side for Lassam, who's got forward. He wants somebody ahead of him. Needs a pair of sunglasses or a visor or something because he couldn't see if there was anyone ahead of him. Pasquale De Vita's run a little bit too late, so he has to go back. Here's Martin. And Martin certainly got his wires crossed. Couldn't find where he thought Pasquale De Vita was. Will be a throw-in right in the corner. All of a sudden, there's just 1.5 minutes to go before the half-time break. The second quarter of this match has positively flown by, and there have been some brilliant stops. Hunter made 2 excellent ones. Langdon's made one as well. Olympic have hit the crossbar as well. Good entertaining contest. 1-1 as things stand. Okada tries to go over the top towards Lek. Flag is up for offside, but advantage is being played. Like to see that from the officials, because King has the ball in his possession up over halfway, but now he's given it away, and that's not what Knights were after. Although the forward pass will go out for a goal kick, and it's essentially as you were. I don't mind seeing that, sorry, from the officials. It's up to the players from that point on to make the correct decisions, and Max King ran into Shelford Deus, who has been pretty good defensively so far today, as you'd expect. Oh, it's a good ball. It's fallen all the way through for De Vita. It's another brilliant save from Lockie Hunter, his third of the half. Full stretch away to his left, his right, sorry. Excellent stop once again. Pasquale De Vita picking up the ball on the edge of the penalty area. It would have been a great time to score for Gold Coast Knights, but Lockie Hunter is seldom to be beaten. Corner swept in. Oh, it's an awkward one to deal with. He's beaten now. The ball is in the back of the net. There's a trail of destruction left behind Max Brown, who gets his 3rd goal in as many weeks. His 4th goal, sorry, in 3 weeks. And right in the shadows of half-time, Knights, who trailed to a Mitch Nichols goal after 31 minutes, have come from behind to lead by 2-1 at the break. That's Brown's 6th goal in his last 6.5 matches. Scored a brace against Brisbane City midweek to help Knights to a 2-1 victory at Corporate Travel Management Stadium. He only scored 1 goal in his first 11 games, that coming in the remarkable 6-3 victory against Lions at Richlands. That is, in fact, half-time, an entertaining half, particularly the conclusion of the half. Gold Coast Knights will go into the break with a 2-1 lead. Plenty more to come, though, in the second half, and we'll be back for that after these messages.
The main purpose of the Winterfest Carnival is to allow players to express themselves through the 4 core skills within the skill acquisition phase. It's fantastic to see the looks on the players' faces, both boys and girls, over the past 3 days, playing without fear, being expressive in good footballing moments. It's been fantastic to create this environment for young boys and girls.
Yeah, it's a touch with the front foot, and what's always been protected? Yeah, because your body's protecting it.
The main benefits for our regional FQ Academy programs is an opportunity to play against players outside of their regions. You know, so you're playing against some clubs like Gold Coast United, Brisbane Strikers, Lions, Brisbane City. So it's a whole new learning experience for the player, and of course for the coaches that do fantastic work in those regional FQ programs. At the minute, the experiences both from players and parents has been absolutely fantastic. There was a moment there during the week where we have seen some of our regional players actually interact with some of our Southeast Queensland players. So just that environment there, there's possibility of friendships long term. You know, parents from a viewing perspective, all enjoying themselves. You know, I've heard a couple of players actually talking about visiting Australia Zoo, going to the local beaches. So not only is this an important football event for their development, but as a family, you know, it's creating new memories, you know, and fundamentally making our players, our coaches and our parents fall in love with this game.
So the purpose is another touch point, another contact for players to show their talent in front of lots of coaches. We're really thankful that the parents, the players and the coaches could come down to Ipswich for this week. It's the second carnival that we're hosting. It's another opportunity for players to show their current output on the pitch and also their future potential. They're assessing a range of parameters that we look at. Today they've got an education session as well and some physical testing going on. And all that helps build up a picture of where the players are at, what we might expect from them in the future in terms of future squads, selected squads, elite games, things like the National Youth Championships which are coming up as well. Obviously Queensland's a massive area and we need to make sure that we're giving opportunity to every player, doesn't matter where they come from, boys and girls. What we use is a database that is filled with lots of metrics in terms of on-field performance, physical performance, but we also have that personable touch in terms of knowing what the players like and how they react to different environments and giving them a provision that suits where they're at any given time. Tracking players over a longer period of time so that we're not making judgments off of a short data set but over a longer period of time. It's great to get everyone into one arena so that all the coaches can see them in one hit. It's good for the coaches as well to sort of agree upon what we're looking for. So it's just another tool in our armoury, another lens of our talent ID screening to see the boys and the girls where they're currently at this moment in time and what we might need to look for in the upcoming weeks into term 3 before the selection. Things like the medical screening that we've got going on as well helps with the physical preparation of players. So yeah, again, it's just another step towards a final squad selection. But hopefully players that may not necessarily get into that squad, they benefit from that trajectory anyway.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Vito Sports pride themselves on delivering top-quality FIFA regulation-compliant goals. Each goal is made from durable, high-density, thick aluminium and then finished in a white powder coat. To provide quick delivery, Vito Sports stock all goals in this range within their Brisbane distribution warehouse, allowing customers to quote, order and deliver in a matter of days. If you'd like to inquire about the Vito Sports goal range, email us at admin@vitosports.com.
They say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your football family. A family has legends you look up to. And the up-and-comers. A family pitches in and works together as a team. We have the ones who keep us in check, and we motivate each other to be the best. Be the best! But it's my brothers and my sisters who always have my back. That's why even my real family love my football family. So what are you waiting for? Join our team. Come on!
Well, I don't know about you, but that half-time felt like it lasted forever because of the action that we were treated to right at the end of the first half. We had 3 goals in 15 minutes or so. Mitch Nichols opening the scoring for Olympic. Yes, that's right, Mitch Nichols opening the scoring for Olympic, the former Gold Coast Knights, with a well-worked goal up one end, and then a spectacular finish from Janiel Da Silva from a huge distance out from goal. He let fly, and Lockie Hunter was beaten into the top corner, and then right on the stroke of half-time, Max Brown nodded home after a phenomenal save from Lockie Hunter. It's the 3rd save that he made in the half. Josh Langdon also made a spectacular save, and Takeru Okada hit the crossbar. And it's been highly entertaining stuff at Carrara. And we are back underway. Olympic in the dark blue, kicking from left to right. My name is Simon Smale, and this is a good opportunity for Pasquale De Vita. Puts the ball back inside to Muratovic. It was great work from the Italian. Shelford Deas was on hand to interrupt and just got enough on that ball perhaps to stop its progress to Muratovic. Neat from Lockie Sayers, who's on the field in the number 18 shirt. See if I can see who he's replaced. It's ball into centre of the pitch. It's picked up by Ludwig. Oh, it's nice from Ludwig, just backing, creating space. Walker finds Polyak. Polyak twisting, turning. That's good work from Dan Driver to interrupt that flow. An opportunity now for Dan Leck to just stretch his legs out a little bit. Here's Shannon Brady. He's used again. Deas shrugged off the ball by De Vita. It's great work from the Italian, cracking back. His forward pass, though, intercepted by Driver. Free kick goes the way of Olympic. Steve White impeded. Mr. Soros up there. I can see Kero Okada. The edge of the penalty area with Saros. And now Sayers. Oh, it's a good ball, just too far ahead of Dan Leck. Shannon Brady still out there as well. Perhaps it's goal scorer Mitch Nichols, who's no longer on the field for Olympic. That'll be a blow. He was heavily involved in just about everything that Olympic did. It might have just been an injury right at the end of that half. That first half, apologies. Here's some scores from around the grounds. Half-time scores: Brisbane City lead Capalaba by 1-0. Lions lead North Bay United by 1-0, and it's goalless in the matches between Wanderers and Gold Coast United and Eastern Suburbs of Brisbane Roar Youth. Here's the opportunity for Shannon Brady. Puts the cross in. Janiel went down on his knees. Hit him on the chest. Muratovic heads that ball away. He does really well to get that ball away as well. Here's an opportunity for Polyak. Polyak tried to thread the ball through a needle to Muratovic. Just couldn't squeeze past the gap. Saros. Deas back inside to Leck. Saros. Leck. Just slipped, being harassed and harried by Philippe Lassam. Knights have an opportunity with Polyak. Back inside to DeVita and Lassen. That's a lovely ball over to the far side. Brown. Muratovic. Muratovic goes back to DeVita. DeVita wanted to pull the trigger, was unable to do so. Janiel then picked up possession, but he was dispossessed by Okada. Okada couldn't find Saros. Olympic are going to have to build from a lot further back than they'd hoped. Good ball from Okada. Brady, though, couldn't control, and it's hammered back upfield. Gathered by Rocky Hunter, and Olympic will start once again. Good ball, just not good enough to find Dan Leck. Here's Lockie Sayers. Saros. Oh, good ball inside to find Shannon Brady. He couldn't wrap his boot around it. It is deflected behind, though, for a corner kick. A substitution. We are. Jaden Walker wanted to take the long route. He's been told to go off behind the goal. Matt Keenan having no nonsense for that. I'll tell you who has come on, and there might be an injury for Jaden Walker because he's gone straight down. It is Will Peck who's on the field. Oh, the header's a free one for Matt Mundy. Straight at Josh Langdon, though. Bit of a let-off. Tyson Martin comes forward. Or comes inside Tyson Martin. That's good work from the defender, though he then picks out Mundy with a cute pass that was just a little bit too cute. And Olympic will come again. Dan Leck. Overlapping is Brady. Well, Brady cuts inside this time. Brady does well. Leck picks up the charge. Nope, still left to Brady. Jean-Philippe Lassam was there. Jean-Philippe Lassam effected the turnover. And now Muratovic manages to get away from Shelford Deas and wins a free kick as well. Deas just nibbled at the ankles a little bit too enthusiastically. DeVita injects some pace and cuts inside the Italian, shrugs off one challenge, skips past another, finds Polyak. Polyak in the penalty area. It's a good challenge from Shelford Deas. Really good challenge. It needed to be made. His clearance was picked up by Lassen. Martin. Polyak. Can't turn the ball around the corner to Lassen. But Mundy's clearance is only out for a throw-in, so the pressure will continue for Knights. Oh, then it's given away. That's sloppy, really sloppy. This Lions score a second. Oh, Martin's done really well there against Leck. Really well, Tyson Martin. He finds Max King. Here's Pasquale DeVita. DeVita just pokes the ball back inside, but James Kumineo was alert to it. Saros couldn't get the ball over the head of Janiel, with Brady lurking in behind. Good start to this second half. Gold Coast Knights lead by 2-1. Olympic desperate not to suffer a third straight defeat. Only won one of their last 5. Still worked out for Knights that. Ball from Lassen, but Carter was able to intercept. Olympic have only won 2 of their last 9 away matches. All competitions. It was a 4-1 win at Logan and a 4-0 win at Eastern Suburbs. Lassen can't find the pass. It's stopped by White, who's continued his run. That's good work from Knights to effect the challenge. A couple of steppos from Pasquale De Vita. Muratovic tries to put the ball into a dangerous area. Shelford Deus on hand just to deflect the ball away from the ever dangerous Anthony Polyak. Brown cuts inside, but right into space that Lockie Sayers was about to occupy. Sayers did well. White's gone down. Not sure if advantage was being played or not. I think it was. And we are going to come back actually for that. Zach Keenan will have a word after the late challenge on Steve White. Olympic will continue though with Leck. Mundy. After today, Knights will travel to take on the Brisbane Roar and Eastern Suburbs, either side of a home match against Moreton Bay United. That match against the Roar will be on Wednesday. Also when Logan take on Brisbane City, as Deus has a bit of space. Brady gets to the byline, puts a dangerous cross in and an excellent header by Will Peck. Oh, it needed to be good, and he suddenly realised that he needed to dive to get that. Knights wanted a free kick there, but Olympic retain possession and keep the pressure on. Saros puts the ball into the middle and picks out Philippe Lassam. Beckwith is about to make an appearance as well for Gold Coast Knights. That's inside to Lex. Saros. Brady does well. Deus. Saros. Saros eventually manages to retain possession, and then Lockie Sayers does well despite being slightly impeded by Keenan, the referee. Deus gets the ball stuck underneath his boots. Carson Martin really wanted that decision to go the Knights' way. He was arguing the fact with the assistant, as Knights do make that substitution. I assume it is Knights who have made the change. Yeah, Max Brown, who scored just before the half-time break, is coming off. And here's Luke Beckwith. Sprinting on as fast as he can. Get into a position to help defend the latest attacking raid from Olympic. Driver. And yeah, he's coming with pressure. From there. Carter, Saros. Sayers wanted it. Saros has taken it upon himself to skip through a couple of challenges. Now he'll use Sayers. Right. Sayers again. Corey Saros was challenged by Lassen. Saros is coming off. And Kean Cuba is coming on. Former Gold Coast Knight. He's in the 19 shirt. See what he can do. An unused substitute last week against Lions. Sekou Jamonde did really well when he came on last week for Olympic. He helped provide the assist and just for Leck's second goal. Indeed, just to provide a slightly different focus in attack. That's not the way Ben Khan has gone this week. Yet, in any case, still over 30 minutes remaining. Just lets that one skim the top of his peroxide head. Kumineo tries to thread the needle through to Cuba. Cuba goes back to Okada. Okada! Oh, that's a brilliant goal from Takeru Okada. Austin Ludwig doesn't want to give the ball back, but he's going to have to. Okada had so much space, and he's already hit the crossbar in this contest. He's now found the back of the net, and Olympic are back on level terms. What an excellent game this is turning into. Langdon was wrong-footed. It's Okada's third goal of the season. His first goal in his last 11 games. He hasn't scored since the match against Peninsula Power. So Knights look to hit back straight away through King. King gets his angles all wrong. Pasquale De Vita. Lets his frustration be known in the centre of the park. His driver. Perhaps it's Olympic who can kick on and score the next goal. Okada trying to just be a little bit too clever there. Oh, that's very clever and very well executed from Pasquale De Vita. It hasn't quite worked out, although Knights do have possession once more. Kumineo just out-muscled Mirza Muratovic there. No foul, says the referee. Inside to Rocky Sayers. They get a goal back at Richlands. Deus. Right, back to Deus. Try to thread the needle. Always going to be a low percentage pass to Brady. That's done really well there to keep the ball alive with Mundy. Back to White. City get a second. Big game, that one towards the bottom. City's still in danger against relegation, taking on relegated Capella Bar. Carter tries to put the ball to the edge of the penalty area, succeeds in doing that, but can't beat the defensive line of Knights. Kumineo will find Deus. Pressure really being cranked up by Olympic. Mundy, Carter, Janiel. Janiel is caught by Steve White. Steve White disagrees with the decision, as is his wont. Here is Janiel. Might he fancy another long-range effort at some point if a chance presents itself. No reason why not. Struck the first one so well. Pass forward though wasn't the best, and you can see Scott McDonald's frustration. Barking out orders on the sideline, the 38-year-old. Here's an opportunity for Pasquale De Vita. Injecting some pace. De Vita. Oh, De Vita tried to shoot, but that was Kumineo just to interrupt the Italians' flow. Knights were actually unbeaten against Olympic in their first 5 meetings. City in a third. Certainly help ease their relegation worries, that. Over at Newmarket. At the Croatian Sports Centre, Knights have won 2 and lost 1 of the 3 games they've played. Here's Luke Beckwith. King. Daniel. Speeding in and getting rid of that ball. Daniel can't find Martin with the header, so the pressure's going to keep coming. Under pressure, sees the throw. Magpie just swooping down there. A bit unfortunate. As players concerned, not sure what the referee would do in that situation. His leg turning and running into space towards the edge of the penalty area. Lassen. He's everywhere. Just gets a little boot to ball to stop play. It's a lovely ball forward to involve Polyak, who goes down, and the ball was won by Matt Mundy. The home supporters don't agree. The person who counts is referee Zach Keenan. Nice injection of pace from Carter. Penultimate pass that's just not quite going to feet at the moment for Olympic, but they have shown patience overall in this match, indeed in this half. And re-establish a 2-goal lead at Richlands. Again, every match you can watch live on FQTV. The highlights will be around, of course, during the week. Take your eyes off this one, I don't expect. Nice from Beckwith, just opening up the body and the boot. Laying the ball out, and here's Polyak, who was offside. Looking right the way across the line. I dare say Scott McDonald will be pretty upset. This has slowed. Fatigue kicks in, approaching the business end of a long, tough season. Still a bit to sort out. Top 4 is basically set. It's just the order of 2nd to 4th that needs organising, and of course, let's work out who'll join Capella the FQPL 1 next year. As full progress is thwarted by Pasquale De Vita. De Vita wins the ball in the end and trying to get a little bit of space over on that far side of the field. Polyak stretching a little bit. Peck it was who played the ball forward. Looking a bit leggy now. Polyak turns nicely there though. Ball might fall to King on the edge of the penalty area. It does. Beckwith. Beckwith with the cross, and Hunter had to punch. Headed away by Cuba. Pasquale De Vita now. Polyak. Pasquale De Vita, and he goes down because he couldn't quite get there ahead of Matt Mundy, who was sweeping around at the back. And he read that absolutely perfectly. The 35-year-old. His 7th year in Olympic, Matt Mundy, by the way. He played 29 games in the A-League men's competition for the Brisbane Roar. Brady. Leck. Can't find Cuba. Which is brought down by Deas. Gets things moving quickly out to Beckworth. Wanted to go around the outside of Deas, and I dare say he'd have done him for pace. The fresher legs of Luke Beckwith, but Deas timed that challenge really well. Bit of space for Sayers. Carter slaps his thighs in frustration. Will Peck might have got away with one there. But he slipped. Keenan decided that it was a foul. We have a fourth. Can Olympic get a third? Brady. Leck. Carter. Carter chipping the ball over the top towards Brady. It was well read by Ludwig. This is heavy touch. Ludwig to invite the challenge. It'll be a throw-in to the home side. 20 minutes remaining in this match. Gold Coast Knights 2, Olympic 2. These two teams finished second and third on the ladder. They'll meet again in the semi-final. They have met in the semi-final before. Olympic won that semi-final in 2020. They met in grand final too, by the way. Knights won that one in 2019 at Perry Park. A big crowd. Very passionate supporters. Cross comes in. Hunter came. Hunter gathered. And then Hunter gets rid of to Shannon Brady. Brady's going to show that he's still got some pace in the legs. Brady's going to split the defence here. Oh, it was a good challenge. It needed to be a good challenge from Max King, who was at full gas himself, and he might have just injured himself in the process. Have a look at that again. Brady, well, it's an excellent run from the former Knight. Might just be a little bit of cramp for Max King. Started this season at Rabina in the local competition. Bringing the pressure. Let's play their way out of trouble though. Beckwith over the top to Polyak. He came to engage and then withdrew. Beckwith. Wanted that to be an Olympic ball. It did look like it came off white last. DeVita. Oh, it's a lovely ball from DeVita. It's a great save. Superb stuff from Lockie Hunter. We'll come back to it. I can tell you that Philippe Lassam is in possession. What a delightful ball. An absolute gorgeous ball from Will Peck. Almost managed to nod that one in. I'm not quite sure what body part Lockie Hunter used to deflect the ball away and possibly off the post. But it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that the ball stayed out, and we'll chalk that up as a fourth excellent save of this match for Lockie Hunter. Beckwith with the cross. Oh, it's another free header. It's another brilliant save. That time Muratovic. Knights wanted a penalty. There was certainly nothing in that. The cross is perfect. The header is ideal. Anthony Polyak it was who went down, I think. Well, my goodness. Knights have come close twice in the space of a minute. Well, DeVita penalised for just shoving Steve White, or levering Steve White out the way while he was jumping for that ball. It all started to happen in the last 15 minutes of the first half. Well, we're approaching that moment in the second half, and here's an opportunity for Lek. It was pretty poor error in midfield from the Knights to just allow Lek the opportunity to run through there. Here's Sayers, Lek, Sayers again. Sayers was being held, was he? Yes, he was. Free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. Now, Knights had an opportunity early on in the contest to Anthony Poliak from a very similar position. King Cuba. We'll see if he can go one better. Four in the wall. Langdon's got the set square out to position that one correctly. He takes a position centre of the goal. Cuba. Oh, it's not a bad effort. It was very similar, in fact, to the Knights. One from earlier in the match. Not far off at all. But not troubling the goalkeeper. In fact, our angle probably made it look closer than it was, because Langdon did not look too perturbed as soon as the ball cleared that wall. Deas with a little shimmy. Bit of space for Deas to run into. Has support in Brady wide. Brady's cross taken off the feet of Okada. It was a good challenge from White. Cuba, Okada didn't quite get that one right, but ball still in possession of Olympic with Sayers. White, Okada, back to White. Cuba is wide. White will have another go, playing the ball off Janiel. Cuba. Lek can't get the ball past King, who was sticking close to him like a limpet. Nice from Poliak. He's continued his run. Mundy's on hand just to steer the ball back to Hunter. Fascinatingly poised at the moment, this game. Oxford Olympic are enjoying more possession, more territory. That's always a threat. And it can turn in an instant, as we've seen already in this match. And Khan urges his charges forward. James Kumineo wants to try and find one of those charges. He does find Sayers, and Sayers can only pick out a red-shirted Knight, and Esquire Davita, again, flamboyantly, goes down under the challenge of Steve White. Must have been pulled back. Sorry, it's Dan Lek. Dan Lek still looks bemused, perplexed. To Beckwith on this near side. First touch was a little heavy, does well to get the ball back to Ludwig. Ludwig trying to thread the needle into Esquire Davita in the middle. White was on hand to steal possession back. And now Lockie Sayers hopes in space ahead of him. I don't want to run into that. Instead he uses Brady. Wonder whether or not Sayers could have just driven there into that space. Now picks up the pass from Lek. Okada, Lek. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Kumineo has continued. Kumineo goes down very easily. It will be a goal kick. That'll be a substitution. It's getting about that time. 12 minutes, just under to go. I can't tell you who's coming on or off, but I'm sure we'll find out at some point. It is, in fact, there's a Muratovic who is making way. Braden Spink, 17-year-old, actually scored on Tuesday. Has entered the fray. Back to White. Dias. Brady's gone down. And Dias cleared the crossbar. Strong call of handball. Nice interplay between Dias and Sayers, and then Brady, who did touch his hand. Since the ref didn't see it, it doesn't matter. The ball went out anyway, so it will be a goal kick from a similar position to where the free kick would have been in any case. I think if I remember correctly, it wouldn't be a handball because it was Brady's supporting arm outside of that natural position. I have to check my rules of the game booklet. Pretty sure that's what the ruling is. Pasquale De Vita just shimmies and then drives into the middle. Balls come in, and waiting was Polyak, never got to him. Pasquale De Vita, Lassen, Beckwith on this near side, has space and time to pick a cross. It's a half-decent cross, headed away by Driver. The only person there waiting is Dan Leck, and Dan Leck plays a pristine pass out wide to Shannon Brady, and Brady, well, he likes the space being available in front of him. His pass, though, towards Cuba, was really well read by Austin Ludwig. So Beckwith will have another go. Early cross this time. King mops up for half clearance. Vita wants the ball. He's well advised to give it to him in these situations. Peck puts a cross in, headed away by Mundy. Might fall for De Vita, no. It does now though, and De Vita's going to have a shot. De Vita, it wasn't a million miles away. In the final 10 minutes of the game, and Mundy's header helped back in nicely by Spink, and it sat up very nicely for the Italian. Time for something new up front, and it's Zach Kierpool who's come on. Pressure from Beckwith, really good pressure. I mean, Shannon Brady is off because Lockie Sayers has come to this near sideline. Free kick goes against Knights for a foul on Sayers. Rare for Shannon Brady not to score in these contests. He did score earlier in the season though, and he has, I think, scored in every contest between these two teams since. Well, he didn't score in 2020, of course he was playing for Brisbane City, but he did score in 2019, he did score in 2021, twice in fact, and he did score earlier this year as well, so doesn't mind these fixtures, Shannon Brady. Couldn't trouble the scorers on this occasion though. Does well, Olympic trying to invite Knights to come to them to open up the space behind. Can't find that space though, Olympic. Janiel occupying the area where that pass wanted to be played into. Here's an opportunity, that's a good ball from Sayers, and battling hard is Zach Kierpool. And Zach Kierpool gives away a free kick. Janiel with just enough strength. to hold off the effervescent youngster. Polyak with the turn. Deus with the handball. He says my hand was by my side, sir. The words to that effect. De Vita gets in behind Driver. This could be dangerous. Driver stands tall. Gets the ball out for a throw. No, it's kept in by Peck. Ball might be picked up by Lassam. Lassam keeps it alive. Headed back in by Spink. Opportunity perhaps for King. And it's a corner kick for Gold Coast Knights. Polyak goes over to take. Been a terrific contest, this. Olympic led, then Knights led, and then we're currently all square. Polyak with the corner. It's at the near post. Ledwick it was who ended up trying to win possession. Janiel picks up possession. Opportunity perhaps for Peck. Peck can't find a target. Ball's fallen for Pasquale De Vita though. Knights want a handball against James Kumineo. He's very aerial, so Okada tries to clear it. He can't clear it though. Janiel puts a cross. Oh, it was a shot, I think. It will be a goal kick. Well, he's scored one spectacular goal already today. I guess it's probably given him a free pass to try and shoot from what would have been an impossibly acute angle. Even more impossibly acute when you consider Lockie Hunter has been in top form today. You don't often say about a goalkeeper who's conceded 2 goals. But he's pulled off 5 excellent saves, as well as a couple of more rudimentary ones as well. Free kick went against Knights for a foul on Cuba. Kirpel battles off one, still there for Okada. Okada trying to thread the needle through. Oh, ball's being played into Kirpel. Oh, and coming across in the last gasp bit of defence. And a good clearing ball up towards Polyak. It was Will Peck, but he's been dispossessed now by Mundy, who's playing in his most advanced position in this match so far. Oh, it's a calamity of errors at the moment, almost giving Dan Leck a second chance at that. Now all the way back with Hunter and Driver and White. Sayers. Go for Deus. White. Sayers back to Deus. Carter wants it short. Gets it eventually off the boot of Leck. Now Leck once more. Leck's crowded out of it somewhat. The danger's still there for Knights. Cuba. Cuba crosses. Headed away pretty comfortably in the end as far as King. Now it's 2-on-1 at the back, but how about that from Polyak? He's done brilliantly. Needs support, does he? No, he doesn't. Oh, it took an awful pounce in front of Lockie Hunter. This frenetic finish continues. It's 120 odd seconds remaining, plus stoppage time. Free kick goes against Ludwig, was it? He has a word with Dan Leck. Dan Leck, well, he has a word back. Free kick for Olympic, just inside the centre circle. We'll see where it's eventually actually taken from. It will be taken on the mark by Steve White. Yes, Olympic of course have been without Mitch Nichols in this second half. He might have gone down with an injury right at the end of the first half. Didn't actually get a camera view of that, so I assume it must have been him, seeing as he didn't come out for the second period. It was he who opened the scoring in the 31st minute. Who's going to end the scoring? At the moment, it looks like it's going to be Olympic again, but here's an opportunity perhaps for Polyak to go upfield. Great challenge from Steve White. Deus came in support. And Deus, well, he wore a challenge then from Beckwith, and Beckwith might get shown a yellow card here. I don't think he did. Might have just got away with a warning. The Suburbs get a goal. As Carter goes down. That's nothing serious. It's just a slip. So bruised pride more than anything. Oh, that's really good footwork from Polyak. Thomas can't quite finish it off though. Pasquale De Vita might mop up, and he does ahead of Lockie Sayers. Peck, De Vita. De Vita wants it back. Instead, the pass is laid off to Peck, who does well to get there. Comfortably gathers though. Some fatigued legs out there now as we enter stoppage time. Sayers. Space for Dan Leck. And wide for Cuba. Flag stays down. Cuba, it's one-on-one. And it's a good save from Josh Langdon. Janiel takes the ball up himself, and he's blocked off rugby style, but still gets the pass away to Polyak. There's a field of blue shirts ahead of him. And coming back was Lockie Sayers, who concedes the corner. Look at the Olympic players, they're on their haunches. So too the Knights. It's been that sort of game. Nobody's in a hurry to do anything. We're 90 seconds into stoppage time. Any goal now will surely be the winner. The draw is more beneficial to Knights. Just threw himself forward. Came off Deus though. He looked inquisitively towards Zach Keenan and said, was that not a foul? We're going to have a substitution, are we? Who's that who's coming off? It's Dan Leck, I think. Sekou Jamande. Attacking player who will be making his defensive attributes known, you'd think, in the penalty area at the moment. Corner's going to be swept in by Anthony Polyak. Corner is swept in. Oh, it's almost met at the near post by Ludwig. It's still there for Janiel. Polyak with the cross near post. Might fall for Ludwig still. A third time for Polyak. Oh, it's headed close. Dan Driver heads it off the line. Oh, that was the chance. We'll have a look at it again. Here is the third cross in a row from Anthony Polyak. Oh, it's a good header. And it was a defensive stop that needed to be made by Dan Driver. Is there time for Olympic now up the other end? Deus. Jamande, he's only just come on. He feeds Driver. Driver goes back into Deus. Deus goes down. And that is, in fact, full time. An entertaining contest. A draw probably favouring Gold Coast Knights more than Olympic. In the race for second, and you can see the players out on their feet. And some of them have gone straight off it. And you can hardly blame them. It's been a phenomenal contest. It has finished 2 each. Seems like an awful long time ago that Mitch Nichols opened for scoring in the 31st minute. And then Janiel da Silva with a goal of the season contender from a mile out. He thundered it towards goal and it beat Lockie Hunter, who was excellent all day, making at least 5 top quality saves to keep his side in it. Earlier on, Takeru Okada had hit the crossbar, and it was he who eventually equalised for Olympic after Max Brown had given Knights the lead on the stroke of half time with a header. It's finished 2 each. We'll chalk that up as just the 3rd draw in 10 meetings between these two teams in the NPL since 2019. Olympics' winless run now stretches to 4, while Gold Coast Knights' unbeaten run extends to 10 games, although that is their 4th draw in their last 5 matches. They have a busy couple of weeks ahead. They travel to Rochdale to take on the Brisbane Roar Youth on Wednesday. That's a catch-up match. Logan Lightning will take on Brisbane City on Wednesday as well. Then next week is the final game of the regular season for the majority of the teams. Olympic host Sunshine Coast Wanderers, knowing that where they finish in the table is essentially out of their hands. Gold Coast Knights, they are in action back at home on Saturday against Moreton Bay United. That is round 22, where they will have one more game to play at Eastern Suburbs the week after. Well, it was tight, it was tense, and it was a thoroughly enjoyable contest. I've been Simon Smales, it's been a Double Take production for Football Queensland. I hope you enjoy the rest of your footballing weekend. Catch up on all the results and highlights across Football Queensland social media and on fqtv.com.au. We'll catch you again on a live screen very, very soon, but from me, Simon Smale, it's good evening.